Hello students, welcome to my class. Today we will discuss few questions related to your board examination, related to school examination. In class 11, I know you people will not force board examination, that is in you will face, that is in class 12. Okay, so today we'll discuss few good questions related to your school examination, related to your school examination preparation. So let's start the battle. Look at my question section. Now my first question, this carry only 1 mark. Question 1 and question 2 will carry 1 mark. If the weightage of question marks related to a question is low, then we have to reply this question within 20 words. Then if more than 40 words, then 60, then 80. Now this is a only 1 mark question. So how to solve? Look at here. For question number 1, write down here solution. Which of the following are isoelectronic species? What are isoelectronic species? The species which contain equal number of electrons, then they are called isoelectronic species. Am I right? Yes sir, you are absolutely right. Now that is those having same number of electron. Now check out Na plus. Atomic number of Na is 11. So Na plus, that is number of proton here is 11. Yes sir, and number of electron, I am giving you a detailed solution, but in examination just you have to mark out and make a group which contain equal number of electrons. Na plus, that means to say definitely it has 10 electron. Now if I talk about K plus, that is it has atomic number 19. In this case, what is the number of electron? That is 18, one less than the atomic number. If I talk about Mg2 plus, as we all know, it has atomic number 12. And what is the number of electron in this case? That is the number of electron is 10 because plus 2. If I talk about Ca2 plus, it has atomic number 20. Yes sir. What is the number of electron in this case? The number of electron in this case is 18. Clear to you? Then S2 minus. What is the number of electron? The number of electron in this case, atomic number of sulfur is 16. Number of electron 16 plus 2, that is 18. Clear to you? Now if I talk about argon, atomic number 18. Here no plus neutral atom, so number of electron will be equal to the atomic number 18. Now check out which pair contains, which group contain equal number of electron. If I talk about sodium, then magnesium, then it contains equal number of electron, 10 each. So Na plus and Mg2 plus is the first pair. These are isoelectronic species. Clear to you? And for question number next pair, Ca2 plus definitely, K plus definitely, S2 plus and argon. That is the next group is Ca2 plus, K plus, S2 minus and argon. This is the complete. We have separated them into the isoelectronic species. These are the pair. So this question carry 1 marks, only 1 mark. So you just need to count the number of electron and write down the answer. Just this is sufficient for you, and put here just only 10 electron and 10 electron. Clear to you? Put here overall 18 electron. That is a simple answer because because this question contain only 1 mark. So you have to reply according to the given marks. Clear? Now let's move to the next one, the next question. What is the next question? Check it out. Look at the question number 2. A certain particle carries 2.5 into 10 to the power minus 16 coulomb of static electric charge. Calculate the number of electron in it. It's very simple. How to solve this question? Look at solution. Clear? Question number 2, that is here is given. First of all, write down the data. Q is equal to 2.5 into 10 to the power minus 16 coulomb. Yes, as we people know, that is Q is equal to Ne. Am I right? Yes. And what is N? N is equal to Q upon E. What is Q? 2.5 into 10 to the power minus 16. And what is E? 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. Am I right? That is the charge of one electron. You have to find the value of N. This will cancel. 5 upon 4. Put here N is equal to 5 upon 4 into 10 to the power minus 16 minus 19 over here. That is 5.5 by 4 minus 16 plus 19, that is 10 to the power 3. 5 by 4 into 10 to the power minus 3. This is the number of electron. If you want to solve more, you can easily solve. Clear to you? This is the questions related to the number of. I'm moving here, check it out. We can write here further, that is we can write 1.25, 5 upon 4, check it out, 414, that is 10, 1.25 into 10 to the power 3. This is the number of electron in this case. This is the answer. I know this question also carry 1 mark. This is slightly lengthy, but you have to solve the complete questions. Clear? Now I'm going to rub this part and we'll discuss the next question. What is the next question? Check it out. What I'm telling, listen carefully. Let's move to the next segment. That is the next question. That is the question number 3. It carried 2 marks. Now listen, read the question carefully, what is given here. Then we'll solve the question. An element with mass number 81 definitely contains 31.7% more neutron as compared to proton. Assign the atomic symbol. That is, we need to find the number of proton and number of neutron also. Then we'll write the symbol. Suppose the symbol of that particular atom is X. Then here put Z and A. And A is given here 81. Am I right? Yes, sir. As we know, A is mass number. Mass number is equal to number of neutron plus number of proton. Clear? Now, let number of protons is equal to X. Number of neutrons is equal to X plus 31.7 X upon 100. 31.7% more. Then what will happen? 100X plus 31.7X divided by 100. That is 131.7X divided by 100. Am I right? Yes, definitely this 0 will come here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what will be the case here? Check it out one more thing. 131 point X plus 31 point, what is 31.7 upon 100. Okay, 100X plus 31.X divided 131.X upon 100. Put here, that is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is X is equal to here, that is number of neutron equal to, we people say 0.1317. 0.1317. This is the number of neutron. Now what to do in this case? As we know, that is number of neutron. Put here A is equal to given. Now we know A is equal to number of proton is equal to X and number of neutron equal to 0.1317X. Clear to you? And what is A? That is 81. And X plus 0. Let me check once again. 31.7 X plus 31. Let me check the calculation. Number of proton is X. X plus X into 31.X upon 100. That is 131.X upon 100. That is equal to, this will come here, 31.7, that is 131.7 come here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0.137X. Okay, clear to you? Now that is the atomic number 81, that is x plus 0.137x will be equal to, what will happen, that is 1.1317x. Clear to you? Now what is the value of x? 3081 upon 1.1317. Clear to you? Now what is the value of x? After solving we can easily get. Again I am checking the questions that this is x and this value gives you the number of proton, and number of proton is the atomic number. So put here, let me again check. An element with mass number 81 contain 31.7% more neutron. If the number of proton is x, then the number of neutron is x plus 31.7 upon 100x. That is the percentage. And what will happen if I take the LCM? 100x plus 131, that is 131.x. Clear to you? Now 100, what will happen? 1, 2, 3, sorry, pardon, that is 1.1317. This is slight mistake here, that is this value, that is the number of proton is 1, 2, 3, that is 1.317x. This is the answer, 1.317. Put here point, remove point here, that is 1.317x. Now what will happen? 2.317. This is the answer. There is a mistake. I was searching where there is some mistakes or not. That is 2.317x. Now what is x? 3081 divided by 2.317. Now after solving, what do we get? We get x is equal to around 35. So x is number of proton, and we people know number of proton is equal to atomic number, and this is Z, and Z is equal to 35. So what is the symbol here? The symbol here, that is x 35 into 81, or what is the x if atomic number is 35? That is bromine, Br 35 into 81. Clear to you? Still if you have any doubt, you can easily approach to me. This is the perfect answer. Number of proton is equal to x, and number of n is equal to x plus 31. 131.7, 12330, 1.317, x plus 1.317, 2.317. It will give you around a 35. So the answer is bromine. Clear to you? I think now you can easily solve such kind of questions. Wait for a moment, give me few seconds. Now question number 4. If the diameter of carbon atom is 0.15 nanometer, calculate the number of carbon atom which can be placed side by side in a straight line across the length of a scale of 20 centimeter length. What is given here? Listen carefully. Read the question. The diameter of carbon atom. Suppose this is a carbon atom, and here is given the diameter of carbon atom. This is d. This distance is given 0.15 nanometer. Clear to you? We can write here 0.15 into 10 to the power minus 9 meter. Now calculate the number of carbon atom which can place side by side in a straight line. This is a straight line, and it has a length 20 centimeter. Clear to you? L is equal to 20 centimeter. That is equal to 20 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter, because we people know 100 centimeter is equal to 1 meter. So 20 centimeter will be equal to 20 upon 1 divided by 100, that is 20 into 10 to the power minus 10 meter. Now you have to place this side by side, this one like this first, now this one is second, now this one is third, now this one is fourth, so on. We do not know the exact figure, that is we have to find the value of n, that is the number of carbon atom, like this. So in this case what to do, tell me, that is total length is equal to 20 into 10 to the power minus 2 is equal to n multiply number of diameter of size of each carbon atom, here in this case in terms of diameter 0.15 into 10 to the power minus 9. Am I right? Yes sir. Now what is n here? That is 20 into 10 to the power minus 2 divided by 0.15 into 10 to the power minus 9. Am I right? Yes sir, you are absolutely right. After solving 20 into 10 to the power minus 2, clear, and that is minus 9 divided by 0.15. Now solve 20 into 10 to the power minus 2 plus 9. Am I right? Minus 2 plus 9 is equal to plus 7 divided by 0.15. It will be further, that is 10 to the power minus 2. Am I right? Yes sir. 0.15, or after you can write just like this 0.15, you can easily solve such questions. Am I right? Now it's your turn. If you solve this question, if you solve this data, then definitely you will get the answer. 20 multiply 10 to the power 7 divided by 0.15. This is the value of n. Am I right? Yes sir. Now I am going to rub this part and we'll discuss the next question. Wait for a moment. Now check it out what I am telling, listen carefully. Now the question number 5. What is question number 5? Now this question carry 5 marks. How much energy is required? Listen the question carefully. How much energy is required to ionize a hydrogen atom if the electron occupy n is equal to 5th orbit? Ionization energy, that meant to say, as we know En is equal to, what is the solution? Minus 2.18 into 10 to the power minus 18 upon n square into z square. This is the thing. Now you have to required to hydrogen atom from n is equal to 5. That is, you have to release the electron from n1 is equal to 5 to n2 is equal to infinity. If you take this electron to infinity, that is the case of removal of electron, and for first case put here E5 is equal to minus 2.18 into 10 to the power minus 18 for hydrogen atom 1 square and here 5. Clear to you? Now E infinity, what will happen, tell me? That is minus 2.18 into 10 to the power minus 18. Clear to you? Upon infinity square. Clear to you? Now what to do? If I solve this question, that is delta E. Now put here. Now delta E is equal to, if I divide this, if I subtract these two, we get the overall amount of energy. That is, we subtract these two, that is, we get the overall amount of energy. Am I right? Yes sir, you are absolutely right. What will happen? Delta E is equal to E infinitive, or overall we can write like this, that is delta E is equal to E infinitive minus E5. What is common over here? That is minus 2.18 into 10 to the power 5, 1 upon infinitive square minus 1 upon 5 square. Clear? Now 2.18 not 5, that is minus 18. Put here minus 18. Now if I take this sign here, that is what will happen? 2.18 into 10 to the power minus 18, that is 1 upon 5 square minus 1 upon infinity square. 1 upon infinity square is 0. That is delta E is equal to 2.18 into 10 to the power minus 18 divided by 5 5s are 25. This is the ionization energy required to remove the electron from n is equal to 5th orbit. Am I right? Now the second part, compare your answer with the ionization energy of hydrogen atom. In this case, we have to remove from n is equal to 1 orbit. So what to do? Here now n is equal to, n1 is equal to 1 and n2 is equal to infinity. So put here E1 is equal to 2.18 into 10 to the power minus 18 upon 1 square. Yes sir, definitely 1 square, and infinitive is 1 square, infinitive square. Now moving here, that is now delta E is equal to E infinitive minus E1. Clear? E infinity minus E1. Putting here, put here infinitive square, 1 square. Now 2.18, 1 upon 1 square minus 1 upon infinitive square. We people know 1 upon infinitive square is equal to 0. So the next ionization energy is equal to 2.18 into 10 to the power minus 18. Let's assume this is delta E dash. Now first one is 2.18 into 10 to the power minus 18 and second one is 2.18 into 10 to the power minus 18. Now how to compare this is very simple. Now compare delta E dash, that is to ionization energy when we release electron from n is equal to 1 orbit, is equal to 2.18 into 10 to the power minus 18 upon 2.18 into 10 to the power minus 18 divided by 25. Am I right? Now this will cancel this one. Delta E dash upon delta E is equal to 25. That is the energy required to remove electron from n is equal to 1 orbit is 25 times greater than the energy required to remove an electron from n is equal to 5. That is, if we close to the nucleus, then we need more energy. That is the relation. This is one of the most important question, and this question is very close to my heart. Clear? That delta E dash upon delta. Sometimes we are teacher, so questions are always close to our heart. Clear? That is the relation, 25 times. Now I'm going to rub this part, friend, and we'll discuss the next one. Wait for a moment. Give me few time. Now let's move to the next question. What is the next question? Check it out. The quantum number of 4 electrons are given. Arrange them in increasing energies. Is very simple. That is N, L, M, and S. For N, that is 4, and L, that is 2. That definitely this is the 4D. Yes sir, because L is equal to 2, that is D. Okay. Now second one, N is equal to 3, L is equal to 2. That is, this one is 3D. Yes sir. Now the third one is N is equal to 4, L is equal to 1. That is 4P. Yes sir. And N is equal to 3, L is equal to 2. That is 3D. Clear to you? Am I right? Look at 3D. Now check it out. First of all, check the similar. As we know, which one has less value of N plus L? That is 3D. First come there is 3D. Then there come 4P, and finally we get 4D. Now here is 2 3D. Now how to compare them? Check it out. How many electrons it contains? Look at here. For N is equal to 3D, M1 is equal to minus 1. 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 and 5. Clear? Again I am the next parameter, that is 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5. Now check it out. For m 0 minus 1 minus 2 plus 1 plus 2, 0 minus 1 minus 2 plus 1 and plus 2. Now here is ml is equal to 1, that is 1 and 1, 2 electron. Here is ml is equal to minus 2, that is 1. Clear to you? That is 1 minus 2, and ms is wait for a moment, ms equal to plus half, that is the clockwise, but here ms is equal to minus 1, that is 1 2 3 4 5, that is 6. That means to say it contain, last one contain more number of electron, that is this may be the geometry electronic configuration more than 5, that is 3d6 or more, and this one contains the geometry that is the 3d2. Clear to you? So in this case what will happen, that is it will have less energy. So we will tell that is what is this one plus half, that is first, second, then we get fourth, okay, then 4d, then 4p, then we get third, and then we get first. Third, second, fourth, third and first. Again I am writing here second, fourth, third and first. Clear my friend? I think you can easily solve such kind of question. So friend, these are the few questions related to your NCERT questions. In my next lecture, I will discuss few more questions related to your NCERT syllabus. Thank you so much.